Throughout the ages, humanity has stumbled upon enigmas that shatter our understanding of reality. From bizarre celestial phenomena witnessed by ancient civilizations to horrifying human experiments, each tale unveils fragments of truth that have remained buried for centuries. Today we'll expose secrets that time itself has tried to conceal and illuminate shocking events that once existed only in the realm of legend. Prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown. But first, subscribe to our channel and like our video. The Ancient Texas Mystery, a tale of ultimate devotion. In the scorching wilderness of southern Texas, researchers have unearthed one of history's most heart-wrenching stories of human compassion. Within a remote rocky alcove, sheltered by towering limestone walls, lies the perfectly preserved remains of a man whose thousand-year slumber tells a tale of excruciating suffering and boundless love. This individual met his end not through predator attacks or natural catastrophes, but through the merciless grip of severe constipation. Scientific examination revealed he suffered from Chagas disease, which caused his intestines to expand dramatically over several months before his death. Unable to hunt or even stand, he became completely dependent on others for survival. Yet the most profound discovery lies in the evidence of unwavering care surrounding his final days. His family, driven by pure devotion, remained at his bedside throughout his ordeal. They meticulously prepared insects, removing wings and legs, grinding them into digestible fragments so he could consume whatever meager nutrition possible. Despite their tireless efforts, the disease trapped over 2 pounds of waste within his body, causing unimaginable torment until his final breath. This discovery represents potentially the earliest documented case of palliative care in human history, a testament to love's triumph over nature's cruelty. The Texas man's story transcends archaeological significance. It serves as a poignant reminder of humanity's deepest bonds that have connected us since prehistoric times. Hitler's frozen Antarctic fortress. During the turbulent 1930s, as icy winds swept across a restless Europe, Nazi Germany suddenly turned its attention toward the frozen wasteland of Antarctica. Their ambitions extended far beyond European conquest, quietly orchestrating expeditions to this untouched wilderness at the world's end under the guise of protecting whaling operations. Between 1938 and 1939, German teams surveyed vast Antarctic territories while secretly claiming lands already under Norwegian sovereignty. Though these territorial claims proved legally worthless, darker questions about Nazi intentions began to surface and persist to this day. Many theorists believe the whaling explanation masked sinister secret projects the Nazis had long envisioned. One persistent theory suggests they constructed a fortified underground installation beneath the thick ice, an impenetrable stronghold, designed as either a sanctuary for high-ranking officials or Hitler's ultimate escape route following defeat. Legend claims Hitler himself fled to this hidden fortress, deceiving the world about his demise. Some accounts even suggest American forces eventually located and obliterated this ice-bound base, erasing all evidence from history through massive explosions. However, no official documentation or credible proof has ever emerged confirming Hitler ordered such an Antarctic base, nor has anyone discovered remnants of the vast subterranean structures described in these tales. Everything regarding Hitler's frozen fortress remains shrouded in polar mystery, leaving behind endless questions for those fascinated by humanity's darkest secrets. The Tuskegee atrocity, medicine's darkest hour. In 1932, one of medical history's most shameful chapters began with the Tuskegee syphilis study. Over 600 African American men in Alabama, predominantly impoverished with minimal education, were deceived into participating in what they believed was treatment for bad blood. In reality, most subjects were already infected with syphilis, but researchers never intended to cure them. For 4 decades, from 1932 to 1972, these men were closely monitored so physicians could document untreated syphilis progression. Even after penicillin emerged as an effective cure in the 1940s, participants were deliberately denied treatment to continue recording the disease's devastating effects. The suffering extended beyond the subjects themselves. Many unknowingly transmitted the infection to spouses and children. Countless participants endured excruciating pain, severe complications, and death, while researchers prioritized data collection over human lives. Truth finally emerged in 1972 through brave investigative journalism. Public fury erupted nationwide and globally, forcing government apologies and stricter medical ethics regulations, ensuring informed consent for all future research. The Tuskegee experiment left permanent scars on the African American community, serving as a sobering reminder of the fragile boundary between scientific progress and moral responsibility. Flat Earth and Hollow Earth, Antarctica's role in conspiracy. Throughout history, bold theories about our planet's true shape and structure have emerged, with the most prominent being Flat Earth and Hollow Earth hypotheses, both placing Antarctica at the center of endless mysteries and heated debates. Flat Earth believers view Antarctica not as a continent, but as a massive ice barrier encircling the world's edge, the ultimate boundary of everything we know. According to their perspective, all Antarctic expeditions are strictly controlled to hide truth about this boundary, preventing anyone from reaching the ice wall's end. The Hollow Earth hypothesis presents another captivating possibility, suggesting an entirely different realm exists deep beneath our planet's surface. Believers see Antarctica as more than a barren, frozen wasteland. It conceals a secret entrance to the underworld, a passage to advanced civilizations or creatures humanity has never encountered. These mysterious gateway stories appear throughout historical records, legends, and science fiction, giving the southernmost continent unique appeal. While no scientific evidence supports these unconventional theories, Antarctica's fascination remains powerful. For many, this vast white expanse symbolizes our world's remaining secrets, a place where imagination roams freely beyond conventional understanding. This enduring mystery has made Antarctica the focal point of countless questions about our planet's origins, structure, and ultimate destiny, ensuring every expedition carries hope for major discoveries or answers to mysteries that have captivated humanity for centuries. Miracles of survival, life's incredible resilience. Across the world's most desolate frozen landscapes, both humans and animals have repeatedly demonstrated remarkable survival abilities against nature's harshest trials. Stories of terrifying accidents intertwined with miraculous rescues not only inspire the human spirit, but leave scientists amazed by life's hidden strength. One extraordinary case involves a Peruvian diver who suffered a rare, nearly fatal accident in ocean depths. Sudden pressure changes caused his body to swell beyond recognition, leaving him unrecognizable. Despite enduring excruciating pain and lasting complications, he survived through sheer determination and dedicated medical intervention. In Siberia, where temperatures plummet far below zero, a stray dog, frozen solid in ice, was discovered and miraculously revived. Through combined efforts of local residents and veterinary teams, the dog gradually recovered and found a warm, loving home. This remarkable recovery story symbolizes hope and triumph over adversity. Other wildlife species possess unique survival mechanisms for brutal winters. Crocodiles can rest with only their snouts above frozen water, remaining motionless for days. Certain frog species can literally freeze alive, suspending all bodily functions until spring warmth returns life to normal. Animal rescue operations during harsh winters occur globally, from donkey herds trapped in Turkish snowdrifts to wildlife stranded by North American blizzards. Each creature saved from death's edge strengthens our faith in life's value and the bonds between humans, animals, and nature. The Antarctic cosmic energy Enigma. Recent years have witnessed a discovery that truly shocked the global scientific community. It began when physicists, using NASA's most sophisticated equipment at the South Pole, accidentally detected an extraordinary phenomenon. Powerful cosmic rays carrying incredible energy piercing straight through Earth and emerging from the frozen southern ice. This discovery contradicted every fundamental physics law known to humanity, leaving scientists baffled and sparking continuous debate about this phenomenon's true cause. According to standard theories, only extremely low-energy neutrinos should penetrate miles of solid rock unimpeded. Yet Antarctic instruments detected signals from particles far more energetic than previously thought possible, passing completely through our planet and appearing on the opposite side. This forced scientists to propose numerous new theories, from possible dark matter existence and undiscovered neutrino types to space-time portals or energy leaking from parallel universes. The phenomenon was first recorded in 2016, when NASA's Cosmic Ray Antenna Network unexpectedly detected rays seemingly originating from within Earth rather than outer space. What shocked researchers most was that these particles should have lost energy or disappeared entirely while traveling through our planet. Yet they were clearly detected on Antarctica's surface. This event ignited fierce scientific debate worldwide. Some believe it represents first direct evidence of exotic particles modern physics has never encountered, or perhaps signs of another universe somehow interacting with ours. Others take more cautious approaches, suggesting observations could result from instrument errors or unusual environmental conditions specific to Antarctica. While the true cause remains mysterious, this cosmic energy flow has opened entirely new physics frontiers, sparking global research efforts and experiments. Antarctica's hidden past, from tropical paradise to frozen wasteland. Modern Antarctic climate and paleontological research has revealed a picture completely different from most people's perception of this frozen continent. When scientists drilled deep into ice and extracted sediment cores from the seabed, they uncovered clear evidence that Antarctica was once a lush tropical forest millions of years ago. In core samples taken hundreds of meters below the surface, experts discovered pollen, plant roots, forest soil, and remarkably well-preserved plant remains. These findings prove there was a time when Antarctica's climate was warm enough to support abundant vegetation and large animals roamed this land. Dramatic climate shifts eventually transformed Antarctica from a fertile region into the coldest, most barren ice desert we know today. Yet layers buried beneath thick ice still tell stories of an ancient era of natural prosperity humanity can only imagine. Thanks to these paleontological discoveries, scientists better understand global climate change patterns over tens of millions of years, enabling more accurate predictions about Earth's future. However, what concerns today's experts most isn't just the past, but the present and immediate future. As Antarctic ice melting accelerates due to global climate change, rising temperatures cause massive glaciers to retreat into the sea, releasing enormous quantities of fresh water locked in ice for hundreds of thousands of years. Many predictive models suggest that if this trend continues, even relatively small amounts of melting Antarctic ice could cause rapid global sea level rise, threatening millions of coastal inhabitants and disrupting worldwide ecosystems. Ancient creatures and mysterious discoveries. The prehistoric world has always been an endless source of inspiration for scientists and anyone fascinated by nature's mysteries. Each new fossil discovery or strange creature appearance reminds humanity of nature's limitless creativity. In quiet, rural southwestern China, paleontologists spent years working limestone quarries searching for traces left by creatures that once ruled ancient oceans. Deep within these rocks, they discovered fossils of a strange marine reptile named Atopodentatus. What impressed experts most was its flat, short, paddle-shaped tail, completely different from other marine reptiles in its family. This unique adaptation allowed Atopodentatus to move slowly but steadily through Triassic period shallow seas. Rather than a fast predator, it compensated with large lungs for extended dives, specialized ears for underwater hearing, and quiet, stealthy approaches near the seabed. Scientists believe its natural buoyancy allowed energy conservation while lying in wait to ambush small fish or evade larger predators. In northern Mexico's blazing desert, researchers unexpectedly discovered a fossilized tail measuring an astounding 16 meters long from a giant hadrosaur or duck-billed dinosaur, the first of its kind found in the country. The tail was almost perfectly preserved with over 50 connected vertebrae, allowing scientists to reconstruct nearly the entire skeletal structure. Moreover, the bones showed evidence of ailments like tumors and arthritis, stark reminders that even mighty dinosaurs weren't immune to aging and disease. This discovery not only enriches the world's paleontological treasures, but provides new insights into evolution, adaptation, and challenges dinosaurs faced in their ancient environment. Ancient Rome's UFO encounters. In 218 BC, Roman skies suddenly became chaotic as strange objects appeared, throwing people into extreme panic. These events were meticulously recorded by prominent ancient historians like Pliny the Elder and Plutarch. According to their descriptions, objects resembling blazing flames burst forth from above, floating across the sky before vanishing without trace. Some sources recount that before major battles, bizarre glowing objects suddenly appeared, shining brilliantly, shaped like silver wine jugs, leaving both armies frozen in place, neither daring to advance. These objects' sudden appearance not only stirred fear, but led many to believe gods or mysterious forces were intervening in human affairs. What makes these accounts remarkable is that they date to ancient times, long before modern UFO concepts entered discussion. Many researchers consider these the earliest evidence that our ancestors were also bewildered by aerial phenomena they couldn't explain. Vivid descriptions of glowing masses drifting through skies, bursting into flame, then vanishing into mists above ancient Rome survive today, fueling debate over whether past peoples might have witnessed entities from other worlds. Over thousands of years, curiosity and questions about these mysterious objects have never faded. What Roman historians recorded isn't just historical fact, but opens doors to countless unresolved mysteries, leaving people today wondering about secrets still hovering above humanity's skies. Australia's dangerous sea hare creatures. Along Australia's sweeping coastlines, strange creatures never fail to stir curiosity and unease among tourists and locals when they appear. Their appearance resembles jellyfish or translucent jelly blobs, soft and shimmering under sunlight. But these are actually sea hares, soft-bodied marine mollusks belonging to the sea slug family. Distinguished by their remarkable ability to release dark purple ink when threatened or disturbed, the sight of purple ink ribbons swirling through clear seawater never fails to surprise onlookers while raising safety concerns. While sea hares pose no real threat to humans, they're especially toxic to dogs and household pets. In rare cases, even licking or biting these creatures can be extremely dangerous for dogs. Toxins accumulated from algae the sea hares consume can trigger severe symptoms, including vomiting, seizures, and sometimes death without prompt treatment. Australian animal experts and veterinarians regularly warn the public not to let dogs roam too close to shorelines during seasons when sea hares are abundant. If you find one washed ashore, the best action is maintaining distance, ensuring pets don't make contact, and notifying local authorities or marine rescue centers for safe handling. The sea hare story reminds us that nature is full of surprises, deserving careful observation and respect. Beneath its delicate appearance, this creature hides powerful defense mechanisms, protecting itself from predators while adding unique color to Australia's marine ecosystem. Istanbul's mysterious underground marvel. In bustling Istanbul's heart, archaeologists recently made a surprising discovery: an ancient marble structure hidden deep beneath the historic Kadıköy station area. This construction immediately attracted special attention due to its characteristic semicircular arch shape, commonly seen in old Western cathedral architecture. As each stone slab was revealed from centuries of covering earth and rock, the structure's true function remained a puzzle for experts. No outstanding religious symbols were found, nor ritual objects or distinctive emblems to help determine its original purpose. Archaeologists noted meticulous craftsmanship in both material choice and construction. Bright white marble blocks were crafted with great precision, tightly joined to create perfect curves leading to the semicircular dome. According to initial assessments, this deeply recessed arch design may once have been part of a large church or sacred relic. The geometric dome features, along with each stone block's solidity, show this wasn't merely shelter or civil structure, but carried symbolic meaning for endurance, stability, and a bygone era's solemnity. This discovery becomes even more valuable within Istanbul's context, a crossroads of countless cultures over thousands of years. The station area has continued revealing important relics, including ancient mass graves, centuries-old fountains, coins, and traces of a legendary Byzantine palace that once existed here. These findings reinforce theories that this place was once a bustling religious and commercial center, holding important roles in the city's history and development. The Titanic's secret military mission. Few would have guessed that behind the famed 1985 Titanic wreck search lay a hidden story tied to military secrets and Cold War political calculations. What seemed like a grand expedition to satisfy humanity's curiosity about the legendary ship resting deep in the Atlantic was actually a carefully orchestrated cover for a top-secret United States Navy operation. Robert Ballard, the expedition head, revealed years later that he and his team had been assigned the primary mission of locating and inspecting two missing American nuclear submarines, the USS Thresher and USS Scorpion, which disappeared in the 1960s. To avoid Soviet detection, the entire operation was disguised as a Titanic search. Only after completing military objectives was Ballard allowed to turn attention to the real Titanic hunt, and he had just 12 days to accomplish this extraordinary feat. All military-related information remained strictly secret for decades until documents were declassified and Ballard confirmed the story. The Titanic wreck discovery was merely the tip of the iceberg in a much larger, more complex plan reflecting the intersection of science, human ambition, and mysterious military strategies. This story shows that sometimes humanity's greatest achievements result not only from discovery passion, but contain deeper calculations, influenced by superpower struggles. Camp Century, America's Ice City. Camp Century was once considered one of America's boldest and most mysterious Cold War constructions. Located deep beneath Greenland's permafrost, this base was built with absolute secrecy and purposes far beyond public imagination. Initially, the United States announced it was merely a scientific research center, but truth concealed far greater military ambitions. Beneath thick ice layers, Camp Century was an entire miniature city, complete with tunnel networks, living quarters, communal areas, laboratories, and the era's most advanced technologies. What made this base unique was a plan called Iceworm, a project to install hundreds of nuclear missiles beneath ice, ready to strike the Soviet Union instantly if war erupted. Camp Century's icy tunnels were just one part of a vast underground military network stretching thousands of miles, allowing flexible weapon movement and deployment without detection from above. However, no human calculation could overcome nature's power. Shortly after completion, engineers realized ice wasn't as stable as thought. Slow but constant ice movement began distorting tunnels, control rooms, and machinery, threatening the entire base's safety. The Iceworm project had to be abandoned before reaching dangerous stages, and Camp Century was quickly deserted after just a decade of operation. As climate change has become increasingly severe, Greenland ice now melts at alarming rates, revealing hidden dangers below. Toxic chemicals, radioactive materials, and biological waste, the US military once buried now, risk leaking into the environment, threatening ecosystems and future human health. The Baltic Sea's Nazi Enigma machine. In the Baltic Sea's frigid waters, where wind never ceases over grey, misty waves, divers clearing abandoned fishing nets unexpectedly encountered a remarkable historical artifact. Hidden beneath seabed mud was an Enigma encryption machine, a technological icon that once altered World War II's course. Initially, the diver thought he'd found an old typewriter, but upon realizing the keyboard's complexity and special gear arrangement, the team knew they'd brought a priceless treasure to the surface. The Enigma machine was once Nazi Germany's secret weapon for sending encrypted messages, leaving allies struggling to break codes throughout the war. This machine was not only complicated, but extremely flexible, thanks to 3 to 8 rotating cipher wheels that could transform each input character into completely different symbol sequences. 3-wheel models were typically used by the German Navy, while much more complex 8-wheel versions were reserved for U-boats, infamous submarines that haunted Allied forces in the Atlantic. The Baltic Sea discovery was likely one of the Enigma machine's submarine crews threw overboard when ordered to self-destruct at war's end. Despite exposure to salt water, time, and powerful ocean currents, the machine remained astonishingly intact, testament to that era's durability and engineering. After recovery, the Enigma machine was swiftly transported to Schleswig-Holstein State Museum laboratories, where experts began meticulous restoration. Every detail from keyboard to intricate gear systems was carefully cleaned and restored, hoping to return as much original appearance as possible after nearly 80 years on the ocean floor. Bosnia's controversial pyramid discovery. Bosnia has sparked heated debate with a highly controversial archaeological discovery: massive pyramids allegedly hidden in the Visoko Valley. The story began in 2008 when Semir Osmanagic, an amateur archaeologist of Bosnian origin, confidently declared that uniquely shaped hills in this area were actually man-made pyramids built by ancient civilization as far back as 12,000 years ago. According to Osmanagic, the Visoko complex wasn't just natural mounds, but an ancient architectural system with extremely complex structure, including underground tunnels stretching kilometers beneath the surface. His arguments are based on terrain observations, several square-shaped stone samples, and local folk legends. He also proposed theories that this was the center of an advanced civilization with concrete technology superior to today's, claiming these pyramids possessed special energies capable of bringing health and longevity to humans. However, most international scientists and leading Bosnian archaeologists remain skeptical of these sensational claims. They believe Visoko hills result from natural geological processes, with no clear evidence proving man-made structures or mysterious civilizations exist. The square stones Osmanagic cited can all be explained by geological phenomena, erosion, and time's effects. Despite ongoing controversy, the area has attracted large numbers of tourists, history enthusiasts, and people curious about mystical energies these pyramids allegedly possess. Many strange theories about energy fields, healing powers, or extraterrestrial connections have begun circulating around Visoko hills. To this day, no scientific evidence has been convincing enough to confirm Bosnia's pyramids are truly ancient man-made monuments. Egypt's Step Pyramid of Djoser. Amid Egypt's barren deserts, the Step Pyramid of Djoser rises as an immortal wonder defying time's passage. More than 4,700 years ago, during King Djoser's reign, humans turned Vizier Imhotep's bold vision into reality by stacking 6 stone layers atop one another, creating humanity's first step pyramid. Each stone level reaches upward like a stairway, guiding souls across the boundary between life and death. More than just a tomb, this place stands as a declaration of power, intelligence, and immortality dreams. Hidden deep beneath sands lies an immense underground labyrinth stretching over 5 kilometers. Spiraling corridors lead visitors down to the chamber where King Djoser's body rests nearly 30 meters below ground. Every passageway could be a trap or false door meant to mislead the curious. Massive stone blocks seal the burial chamber, and countless side rooms and winding corridors remain mysterious. Most archaeologists are astounded by this defensive system, an ancient fortress nearly impossible to breach. Above ground, the entire Djoser complex is protected by a 10-meter-high wall and massive moat, forming an impregnable fortress amid the sand sea. Within walls are structures whose secrets remain unsolved, such as South and North temples, plus areas with still unknown functions. Some buildings may appear simple outside, but their interiors are breathtakingly elaborate, far ahead of their time. Ancient architects didn't just build a pyramid to bury a king. They created an entire underground world to safeguard the royal soul for eternity. Bronze Age counterfeit silver scandal. The late Bronze Age was a time of great upheaval when major Near East civilizations constantly faced war, famine, and mighty kingdom collapses. Yet hidden deep within ancient treasure soil, modern archaeologists have uncovered an unexpected economic secret: counterfeit silver bars created before coins existed. People in Canaan used incredible ingenuity and cunning to produce fake silver. They would melt copper, cast it into bars, then coat the outside with thin, real silver layers, turning them into seemingly perfect silver bars for untrained eyes. During exchanges, recipients only saw shiny exteriors, never suspecting cheap copper lay inside. Hundreds of silver artifacts discovered at archaeological sites in present-day Israel now reveal this operation's scale. Far from small-time scams, this may have been large-scale financial policy initiated and controlled by ancient Egyptian authorities dealing with regional silver shortages. As trade routes collapsed and Mediterranean kingdoms plunged into crisis, silver became incredibly precious. Fake silver production helped rulers increase reserves, shore up public confidence, pay armies, and maintain social order. Experts believe these counterfeit bars circulated widely, used for trade, soldier payments, and even god offerings, all based on trust in their outward value. Without modern archaeological discoveries, no one would have imagined such sophisticated financial deception existed thousands of years ago. Mexico's alleged alien artifacts. Stories about civilizations beyond Earth have always fascinated people, sparking curiosity across every era. When Mexican explorers and archaeologists announced discovering over 400 strange artifacts shaped in ways instantly reminiscent of aliens, spaceships, or mysterious symbols unlike anything from known ancient Earth cultures, the picture became more tangled than ever. The person who started this artifact sensation was former military doctor Garcia Sanchez, who once wandered Jalisco's remote highlands seeking wilderness peace. His life took a different turn when he unexpectedly found a small stone slab decorated with unusual patterns he believed were extraterrestrial civilization traces. Bringing it back to the village, he was surprised to hear locals share countless stories about similar objects discovered in nearby caves over decades. This revelation drove him and collaborators to begin large-scale searches, eventually announcing they'd collected over 400 artifacts. These were mostly stone statues, ceramic vases, reliefs, and pottery fragments, fired at high temperatures, all depicting large, round-headed beings in astronaut suits and disc-shaped spaceships. These relics immediately ignited fierce debate. Some claimed this was undeniable evidence of past contact between humans and extraterrestrial civilizations. Independent researchers and UFO enthusiasts flocked to this remote region to see artifacts firsthand, formulating theories about lost ancient cities or alien communication stations in the Mexican desert. However, field experts raised serious authenticity questions. No archaeologist participated in scientific verification or independent assessment, and artifacts were primarily introduced through unofficial channels. Many suggested this was a stunt designed to attract tourists or create modern treasure hunting crazes. The Florida beach bomb discovery. Under brilliant summer sunshine on Paso Grill Beach near St. Petersburg, a leisurely sand stroll suddenly stopped before a strange object covered in barnacles and seaweed. No one could have imagined this silent object lying amid a tourist paradise would spark unprecedented panic. Initial curiosity quickly turned to fear when authorities confirmed it was neither a child's toy swept by waves nor old ship remains, but a World War II incendiary bomb, the kind of weapon that once brought terror to battlefields worldwide. Immediately, the beach, once alive with laughter and wave sounds, took on a different mood. Evacuation orders sounded as people hurriedly left the area, anxious eyes never leaving the object still lying exposed on sand. Beachfront houses quickly locked doors, and tourists put vacations on hold for fire trucks and bomb squad specialists from MacDill Air Force Base. A tense, suffocating atmosphere engulfed the area where just one small mistake could have brought catastrophic consequences. As everyone watched from distances, the bomb squad carefully carried out final procedures. Time seemed frozen as every eye focused on technicians in heavy protective gear. With only momentary carelessness, past terror waves could have erupted into the present. But with professionalism and calm, they successfully neutralized the bomb, restoring beach peace. When all clear sirens sounded, heavy atmospheres vanished, replaced by overwhelming relief. The Roman Emperor's donation stele. Amid ancient necropolis and Istrum ruins in present-day Bulgaria, archaeologists once discovered a large stone stele deeply marked by Roman history. This stone block wasn't just commemorative, it preserved a story of loyalty and desperate survival will of an entire community once facing extinction after political upheaval. The stele is inscribed with solemn lines, recounting a moment when the city faced harsh reality. At that time, Nicopolis and Istrum people had placed faith in a rival faction during Roman imperial throne contests. However, fortune didn't smile on them. After their chosen candidate failed, the city suddenly faced danger, suspicion, and even retribution threats from new Emperor Septimius Severus. Recognizing their disadvantageous position, city leaders decided on a move, both bold and practical. They raised an enormous sum, 700,000 gold coins, and offered it to the victorious emperor. This wasn't only atonement, but loyalty pledges and forgiveness pleas, hoping for reintegration into the empire's heart. In response, Emperor Severus sent an official thank you letter. Notable was that in this letter, he not only acknowledged Nicopolis and Istrum people's contributions and goodwill, but seized opportunities to claim himself a descendant of famous Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Though historical truth didn't support this claim, Severus understood well such statements' value in consolidating power and enhancing prestige among subjects. This stele stands not only as great donation evidence, but vivid testament to ancient Roman political art. The ancient baboon skull mystery. In Egyptian archaeology, discoveries that seem minor at first glance unexpectedly reveal mysteries puzzling researchers for centuries. One such find is an ancient baboon skull that sat quietly for years in British Museum storerooms before becoming the key to unlocking the land of Punt's secret. This is the legendary region ancient Egyptians revered as the homeland of gold, frankincense, and ivory. For years, the skull was overlooked among thousands of other artifacts, but with analytical technology advances, scientist teams decided to re-examine every specimen detail. Results were astonishing. Tooth enamel analysis showed this baboon wasn't born in Egypt at all, but came from distant lands. Scholars have long identified these remote regions as Punt, the land described in ancient Egyptian records. For over a millennium, Egyptian dynasties organized long sea voyages to Punt, bringing back rare treasures. Among these were baboons, wealth and power symbols, frequently appearing in ancient tomb paintings. By pinpointing this skull's origins, theories about Punt's location have grown more convincing. Mounting evidence now connects the Horn of Africa with Egypt, confirming Punt was once a major ancient world trade center. Mysterious sky sounds. Imagine standing in peaceful, quiet spaces beneath clear blue skies when suddenly entire areas shake with loud booms from above. This isn't such a rare experience. For centuries, people worldwide have reported this baffling phenomenon. These mysterious sounds echoing from skies like distant cannon fire or explosions are known in some places as skyquakes or barisal guns, while others have local names for them. What makes this phenomenon controversial is that it usually happens at completely unexpected times when skies are clear with no thunder or storm hints. Sometimes noise is so powerful it rattles windows and sends entire communities searching for rational explanations. Over years, scientists and ordinary people have tried getting to the bottom of what's really causing these strange events. Some believe they result from underground earthquakes shaking Earth just enough to produce sound, but not enough to be felt. Others point to possibilities of distant sea storms or ocean waves crashing against cliffs, sending reverberations for miles. Theories also involve top-secret military activity, weapons testing, or supersonic aircraft passing high overhead. Some have even speculated about cosmic origins or natural phenomena never before documented by science. Despite all research, there still isn't universally accepted scientific explanation. Each theory seems to answer only part of the mystery, leaving big question marks hanging over open skies. The preserved wolf pup and woolly rhinoceros. Beneath the frozen North's permafrost, remarkable discoveries have brought scientists closer than ever to unraveling prehistoric animal world mysteries. One of the most astonishing finds was a perfectly preserved wolf pup body discovered in Canada's Yukon region. Entombed in ice for 57,000 years, this little wolf named Jur by researchers was found with fur, teeth, claws, and soft tissues almost completely intact. Scientists hope this mummified pup will reveal Arctic wildlife secrets during the Ice Age. Jur's existence is a priceless paleontology gift. Researchers quickly extracted DNA samples from preserved tissues for analysis. Data revealed Jur belonged to an extinct wolf lineage with ancestral ties to both modern Alaskan and Eurasian wolves. Genetic analysis also showed this pup lived during brief warming periods when North American grasslands teemed with life. Genetic information gathered from Jur has helped scientists reconstruct evolutionary journeys and intricate connections between ancient carnivores in prehistoric cold. In Siberia's icy wilderness, local residents stumbled upon nearly intact remains of a young woolly rhinoceros along a riverbank. This juvenile rhino's body was so well preserved that fur, horn, teeth, soft tissues, and internal organs remained visible after tens of thousands of years. Marks on remains suggest the animal died young, possibly from drowning during floods or after falling into rivers as climate abruptly turned harsher. Horn traces show it had been used to dig for food beneath snow, clues giving researchers valuable insight into Ice Age giants' living conditions and survival habits. The Great Pyramid's lost cedar wood. Amidst countless mysteries shrouding the Great Pyramid of Giza for thousands of years, there are stories that seemed destined to fade until chance discoveries reignited archaeologists' and history enthusiasts' curiosity, such as a small but invaluable cedar wood piece once believed lost for over 70 years. This wooden fragment's journey began in 1872 when British engineer Wayneman Dixon and friend James Grant embarked on exploration inside the Great Pyramid's Queen's Chamber. There, they uncovered three unusual objects: a small ball, metal hook, and mysterious cedar wood piece. The first two items were placed in the British Museum, while cedar wood was taken to Scotland by James Grant, only to disappear without trace after his collection transferred to Aberdeen University. Nearly a century passed as researchers wondered about this vanished artifact's fate. It wasn't until late 2019, during Aberdeen University Museum inventory, that an Egyptian assistant curator made unexpected discovery: a small cigar box adorned with Egyptian flags. Inside, she immediately recognized the long-lost cedar wood fragment, nestled among old documents. This wooden relic's rediscovery isn't just recovering history pieces, it opened new research avenues into Great Pyramid construction methods and hidden secrets. Radiocarbon dating revealed the cedar fragment dates from around 3340 to 3094 BCE, actually older than the pyramid's established construction date. This revelation left scholars with pressing questions. Was wood used during building processes, or was it part of unknown ceremonial objects or tools serving unexplained purposes? The cedar wood, along with the ball and hook, are collectively known as Dixon relics, rare evidence from golden eras, helping researchers unlock new questions about ancient engineering, religious rituals, and earliest Egyptian civilization, spiritual life. Sri Lanka's mysterious stargate. Hidden among Sri Lanka's ancient gardens, a strange stone slab adorned with circular carvings has become the center of countless mysterious tales. Its surface is etched with intricate lines, forming large circles filled with smaller patterns, mysterious symbols seeming to belong to civilizations long lost to history. Many believe this is far more than simple artwork. According to popular theories spread online and within mystery enthusiast worlds, it's a stargate, a device